Should you play the new class Xuan? In today's video, we are going to be going over the brand new class just released in GMS Maplestory, Xuan. We're going to be going over a class overview, rating this class on difficulty, training, the overall kit, and then my personal opinion. And then at the end of this video, we're going to go over a little bit on how to combo and how you should boss on this class, because the combo system is definitely a little bit new. It's something that we've never really seen before, especially with how much you get punished for not comboing right. So you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. But first things first, let's just talk about this class. This class is currently a 3-minute DPM combo cooldown class with 1-minute mini burst. It does have decent movement and a little bit of survivability, which we'll talk about more. But moving on, let's talk about the difficulty of moxuan. First things first, like I previously said, this is a cooldown combo class, so it's already going to put it at one of the more challenging classes in the game. But what makes this cooldown combo class a little bit different than other cooldown combo classes that are currently in Maplestory is if you don't hit the correct combos on this class, you are going to be losing anywhere from 50 to 100% final damage on those skills. It's definitely difficult in its own way, and you're really going to be staring at your cooldowns a lot of the times to make sure you're hitting the correct cooldowns. Now, there's certain skills that are going to give you 100% final damage, and then there's certain skills that you are going to get 50% final damage if you combo correctly. We're going to get more in depth at the end of this video, so if you're interested in that, stick around. Also, when it comes to difficulty on this class, you're also going to have to ensure that you hit your 1-minute mini burst on time and efficiently. Once again, you have to make sure you get these combos correct and make sure you are comboing the right skills to ensure that you are getting that 100% final damage bonus on these 1-minute burst skills. Another thing that makes this class pretty challenging is just maintaining the comboing the entire time. You are not only ensuring that you hit the combos on your burst, but making sure you are hitting your combos the entire time and correctly playing this class. Different combos also do different things on this class. For example, if you hit a foot combo into a foot combo, you are going to be getting cooldown reduction, but if you hit a foot combo into a fist combo, you are going to be getting final damage. Vice versa, if you hit a fist combo into a fist, you're getting that cooldown reduction, and then if you hit a fist into a foot, you are getting that final damage boost. Overall, I would say this class is pretty difficult, and honestly, it definitely takes a ton of brain power. Jake and I bossed on this class for a ton of hours yesterday, and honestly, after it, I had a full-on headache and I just felt fully exhausted. Having to stare at your cooldowns the entire time bossing, and then also making sure that you're hitting the right cooldowns, it just takes a lot. The comboing is definitely different because you can't freestyle it. You have to hit the proper combos to ensure that you're getting the final damage boost, which is why it's difficult in its own way. And for that reason, I would say on a difficulty scale for Maplestory, I would rate it probably an 8.5 to 9 out of 10. It is pretty difficult. I know some people might disagree with that rating and say, oh, you play Bowmaster, so you don't have a valid understanding, but it definitely is challenging to make sure you're hitting the combos correctly the entire time. Moving on from a difficulty on the class, let's talk about the training. This class has dice, so it's already going to be getting plus 30% exp advantage over other classes, which is already going to boost up its training rank a ton. This class also has a skill that's kind of like mark / guided arrow that's going to help clear the maps, and the skill does a ton of damage, so if you're under geared, it's going to help out a ton while clearing maps. If I were to compare it to any other class in the game, I would say it's a little bit like Night Lord training without the dark flare, because this class does not have any summons, which makes it drop a little bit more on the training. Classes without a summon aren't the best. You are active training on this class, pretty much jumping around, spamming your foot skill. The foot skill does have a pretty big hitbox, so it allows you to train in a ton of maps. But overall, I would say the training is pretty mid at around a 5 out of 10. Moving on from the training though, let's talk about the overall kit. This class has a charge based dash that can go left, right, and then diagonal left and right, and it can also go down. The dash does go through platforms, so it's not going to stick you to a platform if you try to dash down, which for a lot of people can be something they don't enjoy, because I know a lot of dashes, they'll just put you onto the platform instead of dashing you and phasing you through the platform. This class does have a few iframes, but honestly I wouldn't even consider these true iframes, as they're used for damage and the bind. The tornado skill is an iframe that you're getting for your 1 minute mini burst. The big 3-minute burst skill is an iframe, and then the bind that you have on this class is actually a 2-second iframe as well. So you're not really getting any iframes on this class that you can just use whenever you're in some bad situation. You're always going to want to use your iframes for damage, which is why I don't think they're really true iframes. This class also has a damage reduction skill on a 3-minute cooldown that essentially reduces damage, but the more you get hit, the less damage reduction you get. And also this class does have a back stat, kind of like Nightwalker's, but it does have a cooldown, which is a little bit unfortunate. Overall with the kit, I would say it's pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the dash. I don't like that the dash phases you through platforms. It can kill you a lot of the time, especially in bosses like Lotus, for example. Let's say you're in annihilation mode, you try to dash down, it's gonna phase you through the platform and just put you into the fire. So I would say overall the kit is at around a 6.5 out of 10. Now let's get into my personal opinions on this class. I think this class is fun. I think it's a bit of a learning curve, and it is definitely on the more challenging side of classes. I think it's a little bit clunky with the way the comboing works. I don't know if that's because we have attack speed, like attack speed 10 or whatever, so it's not performing how it's intended to perform. Here's a clip that I have when you're holding down the punch skill versus tapping it. This makes the class feel a little bit clunky. I wish the tapping was as fast as the holding down of the skill, but overall, I'm enjoying playing this class. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I think you should definitely check it out. But anyways, that's my overall opinion on the class. Now let's get into the comboing and how to effectively combo on this class. Okay, so first things first, let's just talk about what the combos are and how you achieve them. So there are foot combos and there are fist combos. To do a fist combo, you have to press your fist skill either once or twice. Now, when you press your fist skill once, you're gonna see these skills light up. If you press your fist skill twice, you're going to see this skill light up. Now, vice versa, when you press your kick skill, you're going to see these two skills light up. And then when you press your kick skill twice, you're going to see this skill light up. Now, let's talk about what these combos give and why you should be comboing correctly. What I recommend is putting all of your kicks and punching combo skills next to each other. And what I mean by that is when you kick the air, you can see these skills light up. That is going to be a kick combo. So when you punch the air, this lights up, you press that, you are going to get the final damage bonus. You're gonna get that plus 50% final damage. Now let's say I want that plus 100% final damage from Divine Art Howling Fist. I'm gonna double tap Fist, it's gonna light up, and I'm going to hold it down, and we are getting that final damage bonus. Now it gets even more in depth though with how the final damage works and how the cooldown works, because you can combo a fist combo into a foot combo, and you're going to get plus 50% more final damage on top of the 100 or 50 that the skill already gives. I know this is super super confusing. Bear with me. I'm gonna try my best to explain it. So let's say I want to get the final damage on this, but I also want to get the plus 50% final damage. You can alternate the combos between a fist combo into a foot combo, because this skill, Divine Crashing Earth, is a foot combo skill. How do I know that? When I double tap kick, it lights up. So now what I'm gonna do is going to do a fist combo into a foot combo, and that's gonna give me the plus 50% final damage on this skill. So I do a fist combo into a foot combo, and that's gonna give me the plus 50% final damage on top of the plus 100% final damage, because I hit that combo right. But essentially what you want to do when you're bossing is alternate between fist combos and then alternate between foot combos. So what I would want to do, let's just say these longer skill cooldowns are already ticking. I'm gonna combo between these. So my fist combo into a foot combo, I'm gonna get that final damage. Vice versa, I'm gonna do a foot combo into a fist combo. I'm also going to get the base final damage on top of the plus 50% final damage, because I alternated them. Now let's just say this skill is off of cooldown. I'm gonna do 2 foot combos, and I'm gonna get that cooldown reduction on this skill, because I decided to do a foot combo into a foot combo. I can also do a fist combo into a fist combo, and I'm also gonna get cooldown reduction. So fist combo into a fist combo is gonna give you cooldown reduction, and a fist combo into a foot combo is gonna give you that 50% final damage on top of the final damage the skill already gives. I know it's super confusing, there's so much shit, but essentially, to make it easier to understand, just alternate the combos to the best of your ability. If I'm entering a boss, I'm literally gonna do a foot combo into the Giga Fist, and I'm gonna get that final damage. So you don't have to overcomplicate it, just get a combo in your head that you're gonna do, and then just execute it in a boss. But what you always want to make sure is that you're hitting the Giga Fist and the Crashing Earth with its opposite combo, so you're getting that plus 50%. So I'm always going to want to do a fist into the Crashing Earth, and then I'm always going to want to do a foot combo into the Giga Fist to ensure that final damage. That's pretty much the biggest thing that you have to know. Other than that, I hope this short combo guide did help. I know it's a little bit confusing, but my biggest tip and how to combo efficiently is putting all of your foot combos next to each other and then all of your fist combos next to each other, so you can see which ones are which, and then just practice inside dojo or just practice in town, because no matter where you practice, you're still going to get the combo effects, and you're going to be able to see if you're pulling them off or not pulling them off. Anyways, this is just my basic understanding of the class so far. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on this new class Xuan is. Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys not enjoying it? Are you guys planning on pushing it further? With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.